So welcome to
The social dilemma.
The social dilemma for the week. The topic is to accept or not to accept. After university, all your friends leave you as you are unemployed while the rest of them have jobs. 3 years later, you become a millionaire and your friends start wanting to see you and catch up. Do you catch up or not? And we'll start with Norway Dylan.
I think it really depends on the friends because, you know, there's some people, as they call them, fair weather friends that just want to network with you and ride the gravy train. And then you have other people that, you know, if they're genuine friends who are close, of course, you should have time for them no matter what.
All right.
Yeah, that's my thought.
Okay, awesome. Good start. Let's go to Rob 6. You have the opportunity to speak or pass.
Well, let me see, you're talking about friends, or are you talking about being rich, or what are you talking about?
What am I talking about? So basically, all right, so basically, Rob, I don't know if English is your first
After university,
language,
all your
but
friends leave you, isn't it?
Yes, your friends leave you. You're unemployed, and your friends just stop talking to you because they already got jobs. Then 3 years later, you become the multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
And your friends start calling you up. They hook you up, and they're like, "Hey, I heard you're one of the owners of the oil company. Would you like to, get a drink or something?" That's basically it.
So you're saying, would I be huffed up because they dumped me in the past?
Yes.
And now that I'm in the future in a better position,
yes,
I'm going to want to be their friends once again.
Correct.
Yeah?
Exactly.
Well, that's debatable, isn't it? I mean, it all depends who they were and how much I liked them at the time. In the past, I go. Because some of these so-called friends I had in the past, when I look back now, weren't as good as I thought they were at the time. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay,
so
cool.
I would say maybe a percentage of them perhaps I would want to know. Maybe the other percentage I wouldn't want to know. The people I thought that were interesting in the past that I missed now in the future, perhaps I might befriend them once again. But knowing me, because I take umbrage to these things and I get affected at what people have done to me in the past, maybe now that it's in the future, I might have a different attitude and say, no, I don't want to know you no more.
All right. Awesome. Thanks, Rob.
But maybe
thank you.
So because there's a lot of people in the room, what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be muting all. And
I've done it.
Oh, you've done it. Okay, cool. And
Yep.
then, yes, and then Ali will obviously be giving the megaphone to everybody. So we'll then move. And those that aren't on the couch, we assume you don't want to speak. So what I'll do now is I will allow hand participations for those that are not on the couch or those who've just popped in. And if you would like to speak, you can raise your hand. But everybody on the couch is going to get a chance. Don't worry. Calm your tits. Let's go to Tony from NJ. Tony.
Now you can hear me?
Absolutely.
Oh yes. Basically, I mean, if they're only reaching out to me because they heard I hit the lottery or that I became a millionaire, honestly, I don't like fake people because that's not who I am. Like one thing I learned in life, not to go off on a tangent, but some of the people in life that you have fights with because you are real with them and you tell them to their face, they end up becoming some of my best friends in life, I've noticed. And with people who are fake, like they don't want to be friends with me all the time, and then suddenly I'm a millionaire, I would ignore them. I would act like they don't exist. I won't confront them or anything. I just ignore as if I never got anything, and
awesome.
Keep only stick with my real friends.
Cool. Thanks, Tony. Sounds like you're a lucky guy with a lot of friends. Let's go to Lionheart 22.
Just give me a second.
Sure.
Sorry, the list is big. There we go. Right. Lionheart,
One,
waiting for you to
two,
accept.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1. You
we
can hear me?
hear you loud and clear. Yes.
1,
Welcome.
2, 22.
All right. Well, hang on. All right. Okay. You can hear me?
Absolutely.
Yes, loud and clear.
All right. Sick. I'm pretty sure that these people were never your friends to begin with anyway. So there's no point trying to make something that's not even there. So I would say, yeah, go away. Do something else.
Awesome. Thank you.
That's
Straight
it.
to
Right.
the
Thank
point.
you.
Let's go to Yellow Majesty. Good to see you again, as always. Our loyal attendee.
Hello and welcome.
Thank you, and it's always pleasant to be here. My answer is very short. It's basically no, I wouldn't catch up.
Okay. Nice. Quick answer.
Thank you. Super.
Okay, I'm going to need some help here.
Short and sweet.
Then it's going to be Batman Cool 14. Why are you guys
Just give
sitting
me a
so far
second.
at the back?
Yes, we don't bite. We're very friendly.
Yes, we've got a stage blocker, so you're safe. Okay.
And
yes.
you're ready.
Batman, Cool.
Would you like to speak or pass?
Yes.
Okay, if they were fake friends, I would not take them because one, they just want my money. But if they were actually true friends over time and they actually went from hard times, I would stay friends with them.
Cool. Thank you, Batman Cool. Then
Right.
there's someone before
you.
that, Batman Cool, is Lewis M3972, Ali.
Right, on it.
Okay. Yeah, we got about 3 different pages to go through to find everyone. Still not alphabetical. We should be able to sort it by now.
Yes, definitely. Such a good idea. Maybe we should put
By
put
the
it
time
up
by
to
the time
admins.
we've gone to the end of the 3 pages, we forget what the name is that we're looking for.
Exactly. Right on. Okay. Waiting for you to accept. And you're ready.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Yeah, not bad. Now, I believe that, with a situation like this, you learn who your true friends are. So if people want to screw you over like that, you just ignore them. There's plenty more people out there to be friends with. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's a big world.
Right. Short and sweet too. Awesome.
Lots of
Thank you.
Fish. Okay, then we have J Space. J Space, you'll have the opportunity to speak or pass. Welcome to the Social Dilemma. I believe it's your
Hello.
first time.
Well,
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Great. Cool. So, I mean, basically, after 3 years, I would want to catch up with someone that I had in my life at one point in time. So I would catch up with them, but I would not, as far as like friend them again, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just
Yes.
kind of just have conversations with them and just be a distant friend.
Yeah.
So yes, I would.
Acquaintance. All right. Let's go to
Right. Thank you.
Big J 417.
Ready. Just waiting for you to accept.
How do I do?
Big J.
We can hear you. Ah, so you'd like to skip. Right. Okay. Thank you.
Let's go to Starbound Sally.
Starbound. What a nice name.
It is.
And
There's
just
actually
waiting for you
someone
to accept.
before me. This guy right here, he's tucked away in the corner, or they're tucked away in the corner.
It's your fault. You guys are so far away. Lex.
I don't tell you how to live my life.
Lexum Lunas. I feel like
Their
Please
name
come
is
closer.
Lex
We
and
won't
Linus.
bite.
You know
I
what's funny?
promise.
You know
Come
what's
closer,
funny,
guys.
Ali, is that when even though the megaphone's on, I still have the need to shout.
What?
Lexum Lunas, you are next. Thank you very much, Starbound Sally. We know that she won't cut the queues at a Starbucks. Okay. Okay, let me help you there, Ali. Lexum, you have the opportunity to speak or pass.
I had a quick question. Well,
Yes.
two things. I wanted to know what exactly the dilemma was, and then I can answer.
All right. So the
So I just hopped
dilemma
in.
is, after university, all your friends leave you as you are unemployed, while the rest of them have jobs. 3 years later, you become a millionaire, and your friends start wanting to see you and catch up. Do you catch up or not?
I would say I would catch up, but see what their intentions are, because you don't know if these people want your money, or if like they just like I said, they just want you for your money, or if they truly want to be your friends. So I would say catch up, but if you know that they've done you wrong in the past and their intentions aren't good, then I would just drop them.
All right. Awesome. Thank you.
Right.
So everyone's, now that I've read it, because at the back I assume it's difficult to read, but you have heard the story about 3 times now. Starbound Sally, now it is up to you. And remember, we still have another spicy question. So we're going to go around and then we will go straight to the next question. And remember, if you're
Alrighty.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I was unemployed for about a year or two. It is difficult to balance like your work life and your social life. I know I have left friends myself behind because I'm so busy working 30 to 48 hour weeks. And then I don't, eventually that time just slips right on by. Next thing you know, it's been 2 years and I haven't said a single thing. I feel horrible. But when it comes to wealth, as if, I would catch up with someone because you never know what they're going through. And sometimes when you put yourself in their shoes, even if, they are coming after you for your money, you can obviously tell. But you never truly know what someone has on their plate until you look over and see if they have enough to eat. I guess it's a horrible metaphor, but yeah, I mean, I would catch up with them, and if they needed help, I'd still help. If, just because they were my friends and they left doesn't mean that they were bad people. They just had to look out for themselves and, make sure that they were self-sufficient. It's very important, especially in this economy.
Thanks a lot.
Right. Thank you.
Let's move to Marty. I'll help you there, Ali. Marty, it's all yours.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. I think at that point in life, it's a little hard to tell whether they've left you for, financial reasons. After college, people go off and start doing their own thing. And, for me, it wasn't unusual to have people that I didn't hear from for a period of time. And some of them that could be many years. And but the question implies that I definitely know that it was kind of that my friends have left me because of my financial status. So if I really believed that, then no, I would not want to catch up with them. If I just thought I thought they were ignoring me, when I was poor, and then they came running back. Now that I was a millionaire, I definitely would not be seeking to catch up with those relationships. But if I thought it was just like, hey, I went my way and you went yours, and later we come together and like, what have you been doing? Like, oh, by the way, I'm a successful millionaire now and don't have to do anything anymore. That would be great. So fortunately in my situation, I've had a lot of good friends, and I had some money before, and I have less now, and my friends have not abandoned me. So, pick good friends, and good luck. And that's my answer.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marty.
Thank you.
So we're halfway around the table. So now I'm going to be providing my commercial break.
Aziz.
For those of you
okay.
who have just joined the Social Dilemma, welcome. This is a 1-hour discussion where we present a dilemma and we go around the virtual couches. And basically, if you're on the couch, you have the opportunity to speak or pass. We also have the Moral Dilemma on Fridays, and we have the Oh My Brain discussion on Thursdays, where we talk about science, quantum, spirituality type questions. But the most important thing you got to do is join VR Digital Citizens on Facebook, the group, and Instagram, and Oh My Brain, so that you can get reminders on all of our events. And obviously you'll see it populated on the Altspace events page, which is awesome. And also on Sundays we have Greek mythology, where Ali and I read to you in English and Greek, and you get to learn about the gods and the stories, and it's freaking awesome. All right, so let's now go to Aziz.
Yay! Hello, hey everybody. I love discussions like these, so I'm a little bit sorry that we arrived a little bit late. Well, anyway, this is a good question, and I like the fact that there are so many people that speak before me, so that way I can filter out what I think and really condense it to something new and at the same time logical and something that is true. I think it's very important to solve the problems on the spot. So when this situation happens after the university, when your friends kind of leave you or let you down, you have to decide on the spot if you are offended, if you feel like, taken advantage of, or you forgive them. So I would catch up anyway with these people, because I don't want to leave some doors open in my mind. The problems should be solved on the spot if it depends on you. If it doesn't depend on you, these people didn't talk to you, they come back to you 3 years later, no problem. I would definitely, I think there's a theory about the best strategy of living in large groups. It's called forgive and tic-tac-toe. So you always answer your partner with the same treatment as they treat you. So you are like mutual, you have mutual feelings. You have to reflect your partner. And sometimes there's a risk of communication problem. You never know. Maybe they were young, they made mistakes. Maybe you didn't understand them. There was some misunderstanding or something like that. So I would definitely give them a second chance to see if they changed and I can be friends with them. Or if they didn't change, I would clearly tell them what I feel, so that way I can get rid of this problem, clarify it, and make sure that it doesn't burden me anymore. If it's their problem, it's their burden. That's what I want to say. I would always forgive people. I would always try to connect with them kindly, as if nothing bad happened. But if something bad happens and they trying to take advantage of me, okay, that's going to be a big mistake for them. Because that way you should be reciprocal as well. If they treat you bad, you have to show them that this is not acceptable. Not only for your own sake, but for the sake of people they are going to interact with later. So it's basically taking care of people, giving them the second chance, but at the same time not giving them the opportunity to make mistakes again and hurt other people. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Aziz.
Beautiful.
That's
Thank you
very,
very
nice.
much.
Very
That was
nicely
awesome.
worded. It actually reminds me, Ali, of the
Dr. Sam.
the first time that happened.
Hello and welcome. 1 second.
Timon and Ali, yes, once again, a great question, and this is a real life question. I have the great advantage that I've been able to sit here and listen to other people's comments and start to formulate my thinking around this. I've had the major disadvantage of AZ going before me and then stealing my thunder. So I'm quite lost for words, so I do feel a little bit aggrieved that I didn't go and sit maybe in front of
Before
AZ.
her.
But anyway, let me give it a let me give it a bash. So I do come from a very poor family. Did go to university under very difficult conditions, working 12 hours a day to try and pay my way through. So I know what it's like to come out of university as a very poor person. So if the circumstances were as such, and I've listened to Rob and Tony and Lionheart and Yellow Majesty, and I was always almost convinced that was probably the right approach. And then I thought to myself, if the circumstances was as such that I tried to keep the friendship going, and I continually made contact with a lot of my colleagues, and I was ignored. I was totally ignored. Then, of course, I would take severe umbrage, and I like that word because Rob 6 used that word. I take severe umbrage. But at the same time, I would do exactly what Lexum Lunas did. I would actually meet with them, not understand why they didn't communicate with me, because I've already established that. I would communicate with them and find out what I could benefit from them and whether the relationship between us would be advantageous. And I don't view it as a friendship. I view it now as a different relationship, bearing in mind that now I'm a multimillionaire. I don't need their friendship, but I could benefit by their presence in my life. And that's what I would do in the circumstances. But this happens so often. Thank you. Great question.
Awesome. Thank
Perfect.
you. Let's
Thank you.
go to James R99.
Can you hello?
Hello.
Hi, we can hear you.
You might have to skip me because my mic's a bit broken today.
Wow. All right.
All right. Thank
let's
you.
go
Just try
to
re-enter or
Ultra
fix it.
Funky Claves. Yes, if you haven't spoken and you would like to, please raise your hand. Ultra Funky Claves.
Just waiting for you to
Yeah,
accept.
I'm here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can hear you.
Oh, this makes me nervous. First time. I'm on Dr. Sam's. The way he's thinking. I'm thinking like this. Something that happened in the past is something that you have to learn from. You have to learn things from it. So it's really like what's happening now. What's happened before, you just have to account. Like you have to take it into your thoughts and calculate with it. I'm saying like this, because if you're a millionaire, you're probably a pretty smart person, and the other persons that was like didn't care about you 3 years ago, they have probably changed too. So being a billionaire and probably an entrepreneur, you always have this social thing that you do with people. You gather people around you. So why shouldn't you gather them around you, not as a friend, but at least starting as somebody that you could get something out of, like have a good communication with and get something out of that person. And also thinking like this, it's harder and harder the older you get to get friends. So you need to find people that have the same values as you have. And in that case, if you go back to old friends, they should at least the same way, have been living the same way in the beginning of the life as you did. So you should have the same values. So I don't think you should throw them away in the way that they could really be good friends again, because they should probably share a lot of things with you, especially if you've been reading in the university together. So I think that I think it's important to give them a chance. So that's my take on it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next is Time Bandits 2050.
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hello, yes, we can hear you.
Yes. Okay, yeah, this is a good question. And I think the way you could look at it is like this. So like if you went from being unemployed to being a millionaire, I think when that kind of thing happens, it's along your way to get to that position, the success, there had to have been, or oftentimes there was a period of personal growth. So if you grew as a person and you became better at different things and you became a better person and you truly grew to get this success, then you need to take a look at some of the problems that you've overcome and some of the ways that you've grown as a person, and see if these relationships fit the criteria of the person that you've become, which got you the wealth in the first place, I think. So, like, if you grew as a person and because of that you were able to find success, and the friends that you had in the past were kind of part of who you used to be, then maybe it's best to just be polite and just, you know, you could acknowledge them and everything, but you don't have to engage with them just because you were friends with them in the past. Maybe you'll have new people in your new life, because I know a lot of my friends in the past, I still like them, but like I don't have anything in common with them anymore. And I suppose if they were after your money, and if everybody was after your money, especially if you were rich in a time when everybody else was poor, which is like what's happening right now, you could set up some sort of, I don't know, charity donation thing where people could go and apply at least. But being a millionaire doesn't really put you in that position. It's not actually that much money. But I don't know. These are my thoughts. It's pretty cool to be here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Pete, you're up next. Would you like to speak or pass?
Yes, we give everybody the
Just
benefit
waiting for
of
you
the
to
doubt
accept.
on the couch. Nope. Let's go to Carp DM, another loyal attendee.
Hello and welcome.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. First off, I'd like to say, can we change this from a hypothetical to a reality? I'd be happy to take the friendship drama if it meant I was a millionaire. And I'm just gonna assume everyone's laughing because you're all muted, so you can't hear it.
All smiling, yeah.
Yeah. So, obviously late in the discussion, and that it's gone well around the table, and there've been a lot of great points stated. I'm not going to rehash all of them, but the gist of it for me is, if these were real friends, there's no harm in reconnecting, and see what kind of nostalgia it brings back, what kind of feelings, and hear them out. There may have been some good reason. I think it was Ozzy, maybe Star, probably both of them there that kind of mentioned life gets really busy. You don't know their story and what's happened. You work a lot, and before you know it, many years have gone by. So no harm to hear them out. I'm not obligated to continue pursuing the friendship beyond that, or to give them anything. So I'd hear them out. I'd have some skepticism, but I'd listen, and it may be worth it.
Awesome. Thank you, Carp DM.
Thank you. Zeke boy.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
We can.
Sorry, Tim, were you about to say something?
No, nothing. Ziki boy.
Okay, sorry. Ziki boy.
So here's what I think about the situation. I've had experiences like this where I've had friends leave me for a period of time, and then they've contacted me like a couple months, a couple years later, and I always think it's good to reconnect with your friends. And if you do think they're in it for the money, you know, then maybe you don't need to put all your trust, and maybe you don't need to get too connected. But if you end up seeing that they are nice and as genuine as they used to be, then I'd say go for it, you know, start being friends and start hanging out, because it always sucks when you lose someone who is really close to you. About last year, me and one of my really good friends kind of got disconnected after kind of a fight, and we've been trying to mend that relationship, and it's going in a good step forward. You know, we're almost there to being back to really good friends, and it's good to reconnect. But then again, there are people who would want to be in it for the money, and you know if they are or not, because a lot of people know the difference between a true friend and someone who is really greedy. So it's kind of what I have to say.
Awesome. Thanks for the life experience.
Thank
Ziki
you.
boy. Let's go to Kobe.
I don't know how to accept. Wait, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, all right. Do they know I'm a millionaire?
I'm not sure.
Well, if they
It's
do,
up to you.
nah, probably not then.
All right, cool. Thanks, Kobe. Let's go to Mr. Ghost.
Sorry, just 1 second.
Sure, and then remember, we have another question which is a lot more spicier. This is just the icebreaker, so get ready. Mr. Ghost.
Ant. Okay. 3 years, these friends haven't been around you while you've been unemployed and in one of your most vulnerable times, and they've left you in the dirt. They sound like pretty toxic people to me, and I don't think you need to be a martyr and accept them back into your life. You've already got enough friends already. I mean, you're a millionaire. And these sort of people, I wouldn't trust them because they've already let you down once. I wouldn't give them another go.
All right.
And teach them a lesson.
Awesome. Thanks, Mr. Ghost Ant.
Right, thank you.
And Ali.
What would Ali do? Well, millionaire or not, I would definitely catch up and try to assess their intentions. If I see that their intentions and their motives are that they've come close to me because of the money, I definitely wouldn't continue the friendship. Again, a lot of people came up with some pretty good points. You don't know why you split up. You don't know if they really did you because you didn't have enough money in the past. So I would definitely give them another chance, of course, with a lot of precaution and trying to assess their intention. But I'll definitely go see them, yes.
Okay,
what about
awesome.
you, Mr. Tim? What would you do?
You know, I'm a bit conflicted because, first of all, I am a big loner. I'm used to not having friends at all. And it's not because I can't, but because I'm extremely picky. And, you know, at 33 years of age, like, we're not children anymore. We can see what people want. We can see what their intentions are. They don't just want to be friendly. They've got their intentions. So the reason why I came up with this social dilemma today is because it happens to me on a monthly basis. And that is, they call me and they say, we should go for coffee. But I know exactly what their intentions are. And basically it is to learn what I do. And what I am is I'm a professional trader. I run my own company. So when they call me, I know exactly that they don't want to be friends. They just want to learn how to trade. And I'll obviously give them the benefit of the doubt. And I don't need to be their friends. Like, I'll listen to them. I'll help them out. They can, join the newsletter or like program, whatever they want. But I mean, this happens. And sometimes it's just because you got to give them the benefit of the doubt, because you might not need their friendship, but there might be a financial benefit that can help you or aid you along the way from connecting with them. Because, you know, we are constantly changing, and our mindsets from 3 years ago to today changes. And so you just got to adapt and just let it be. And that's it. Okay. So now we don't have time for hand raisers. Sorry, I'm going to stop those hand raisers and bring back and dismiss them. Sorry. I will allow them again in the next one because we're going to have to go to the next topic. The good news is that I've extended the event another half an hour. Yay! So we won't be cutting off exactly in 15 minutes. So let's go to the next dilemma. Get ready. So the dilemma is,